Hey Sis family, it's Andrew here. I hope you're well. I hope you're coping with all the craziness that's happening in the world. And as a member said to me the other day, I hope you are finding that Stitch is your refuge and a place where you will find that people are nice and kind and friendly, because that's what the community is all about. Oh my God, I've had a crazy week. You know what I've been doing? This is my passport. I've just been checking in because tomorrow I fly from Sydney all the way to San Francisco, then Seattle, because I'm about to go on our very first big Stitch trip, which, in case you missed the memo, is down the west coast of the US. And we're taking in all sorts of manner of amazing natural beauty, amazing cities, culture, food and wine and so on. Seattle, Portland, the wine country in Oregon, the redwood forests, the lighthouses, San Francisco. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. But what's got me really excited is the people who are going on the trip, and also all the community members in each of those locations who are turning out in droves. We've got getting close to 100 people coming to our event in Seattle, same in Portland. We've got a gala event in San Francisco. So we're going to get to meet all those people, and everyone on the trip are from different parts of the world. So it's just going to be so great. We have a group that we're using to connect everyone on the trip, and they're already just brimming with excitement. So anyway, I can't wait. That's no use to all of you, unless, of course, you live in a state nearby and you can find your way to Seattle or Portland or San Francisco. Please come along. That'd be great. But what I'm going to talk about today is something that applies to everyone, well, can apply to everyone, even if you missed this year's trip, because we posted this year's trip. We organised it a long time ago, and things started rolling, and a lot of people said, yeah, that's great, Andrew, but I've been to America so many times, or I want to go somewhere else. So we ran a poll of the community. It popped up. Some of you would have seen it, but we got so many responses, we actually took it down pretty quickly because it was very clear what people were telling us. We asked people a few different destinations about where we could go next year for our big Stitch trip, because one of the ideas of the whole travel thing on Stitch is not just to let people do travel and find travel buddies, but really as a way of gluing together the community. And the experience so far of this year's big Stitch trip is that in spades. And the people who are coming on the trip, we think will help build bridges with each other, but also go back to their own communities and inspire amazing things to happen. So we ran a poll, and it was, to my surprise, well, maybe not surprise. I thought these are all great destinations, but it was surprising how clear the vote was for some of the destinations over others. And so I'm really excited. So we took that information, we went out to 3 of the vendors that we've been working with to put together a custom Stitch only trip, because we've realized that if we make it Stitch only, we can do some extra things like making it easier for solo travelers, and because we've got a lot of solos on Stitch. We need to do that. So we put it out to kind of tender. They came back with a few different options, and I have literally just hit publish about 10 minutes before I'm recording this video of 2 of the trips that we're running next year. And so why don't I show you what they are? Let's take a look, shall we? So here we are. If you just mosey on over to the travel page on Stitch, in case you don't know, top of the homepage, there's a travel button, or you can go to the community menu here and hit travel over to the trips that are running. And on Stitch Travel, we're still trying to figure out what's the best way to provide travel options to members so they can do the travel of their choice. But one part of the travel page is the trips that Stitch organises for members that are Stitch only, and we want to do more of them over time. And I've just published 2 of them, and they show up in the top part, this featured trip section. And the 2 that we've got published right now are Mystical Island and the Essence of Sicily. So Sicily is actually happening first. That's in May next year. And then we've got one in June in Ireland. And the great thing about both of them is for our members who are in the UK, or for members who really want to go to Europe or whatever, they're nearby. So you can go and travel to them and also build in some other trips around it as well. But if I just look at this Mystical Island one, I'm going on the island trip, and you'll see if we open this trip up, we are opening up to members to come on this. This is with Trafalgar Travel. So Trafalgar is the company that's doing our trip down the US Pacific Northwest, and we found them to be really good. They're really responsive. The quality of the accommodation they've given us was just a step higher than the other travel companies we went out to bid, and they end up being cheaper as well. So that's been really, really good. And so this trip in Ireland is, we've got it posted here with our initial pricing. I'll talk about pricing in a little bit. A bit of background about the trip, some info about how we're making it friendly to solo travelers, because one of the things we've discovered is if we can, a lot of Stitch members are on their own and they're kind of looking for travel buddies, but they just don't, it's quite a lot of work to try to find a travel buddy before the trip. And so what we've discovered is it's so much better to say, you know what, you don't need to do that. Just come along and we will be able to match you up and change. Every time we change a hotel, you get to roommate with somebody else. So you don't have to be worried about being stuck with one person who you don't get on with and it feels like, that's your only companion for the whole trip. The really way to make it social, get to know lots of other people without having to pay the single supplement. I did this on a trip in Japan, and the feedback from the members was really positive because they felt it made the trip so much more social. You got a chance to, you don't spend a lot of time in your hotel room at night because we're out doing things during the day. You have a small amount of time, you get to know someone, and then you move on to the next location. So it's not a lot of pressure, not a lot of stress. People who really held back by either the cost of a single supplement or the thought of having to share with someone for a whole week and you don't even know who it's going to be. This makes it so much easier. So make it really, really solo traveler friendly. And you can take a look at the itinerary, basic inclusions and all that sort of stuff. And we will be publishing more information about it as we go. The same's true of our Sicily trip, by the way. We have the details on Essence of Sicily. Sicily it's an amazing location. Like you might have been to Italy before, but Sicily is its own thing. It's got layers and layers of history, so many different cultures that have come over time, the food, the mosaics, the art, the history, the craziness, the spectacular volcano, like everything. It's really, really cool. So both of these trips, we think people will be coming to, but also then on either before or afterwards, then doing some travel around. I'm going to Ireland, but I will also be traveling to the UK and posting events in London and so on for the community, so I can, meet a lot of our wonderful UK members and so on. So we'd be encouraging lots of people to do some similar stuff. More to follow. The reason for this video, oh, by the way, there's still 2 more trips. So the other 2 locations that got voted up were Vietnam and Western Australia. So I'm working on putting them together and they'll be later in the year, but we really needed to get these up there so people could pre-register and express their interest. So right now, we're not taking deposits yet because we want to make sure that we've got all the details. Trafalgar is putting together a website with other information and so on. But the pricing is pretty much fixed and the details pretty much fixed. The itinerary is fixed, the dates are fixed. So we're giving everyone the opportunity to pre-register. So if you click the register now button on the trip, and I'll just show you this on what it looks like on Sicily, you can click I'm interested, and that'll put you down as I'm interested. But then to pre-register, you then provide a bit more details and you pay a small fee, $30 or thereabouts, and it then gives you first dibs at being able to go on the trip. So the people who pre-register, they're the ones that when we open it up, they will be asked, you want to go, pay your deposit and lock in your spot. If they don't want to, that's fine. But if they do, that $30 will be taken off the cost of the trip. It's a small amount in the scheme of things. But we know, based on the response to this survey, it was really, really amazing how many people are really keen to go to Ireland. And Ireland was number 1 and Sicily was number 2. So they're the 2 that we're putting up there. If you've got plans and you'd like to make it happen, take your spot. As I said, it's $30 to, I'm not quite sure what it's charged in pounds, but you can figure it out. Click the button, it'll lead you through it. And it gives you the option of saying, yep, I'm going to go on the spot, on the trip. If you want to travel as a solo and have your own room, you can. There's an extra cost to it, but we would encourage as many people, there's a limited number of those rooms, you can do it, that's totally fine. We've got some people who, for whatever reasons, they really need to be on their own. That's totally fine. We want to make everyone give everyone the option to come along. But I would encourage as many of you as possible to say, yeah, you know what, I'm going to travel as a solo. Let Stitch take care of it. That's one of the beauties of being part of our community. We're a community of many solo travelers, and we can make that happen. If you got a travel buddy and you want to room with them, that's fine too. Both of you need to register on Stitch, and we'll take it from there. I am super excited about number one, seeing how many people register and what the planning is likely to be. I've never been to Ireland. Can you believe it? I've been to 54 countries in the world and I've never been to Ireland. What's wrong with me? So this is, for me, something a long time coming. Very, very excited. But same with Sicily. If you've never been to Sicily, I really, really recommend it. Vietnam's going to be a great trip. And later in the year, Western Australia as well. Probably can't go on all of them. So pick which one you'd like to go on. Put your name down and grab your spot, because I am absolutely sure these trips are going to fill up based on the response we saw. And so it's just about who gets in first, and then we'll just do our best to make everyone happy and have a great time next year. I'm already looking forward to it, even though I haven't actually booked my flights or anything. I'm flying to America tomorrow, so I'm going to leave it there. Let us know if you've got any questions. Post your comments down below. Write in if you need to. travel@stitch.net, and Louise, who is on the team there to help with travel inquiries, and she's organised this whole US trip. She's an absolute legend, and she's probably going, Andrew, what are we doing? We're doing even more trips next year. You bet your bottom dollar we are. It's going to be so great to see so many people just really, really enjoying each other's company. That's it. Bye from now. Enjoy the rest of your week, and look out for some videos from me, because I'm going to be recording along the way on our trip and sharing some photos and videos and so on Stitch and the Stitch discussions and other places. So look out for them, and I'll see you when I get back. Bye for now.